Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video on the Apple Watch Series 7, the latest and the greatest, GPS, 45 millimeters of screen, all of that. And I got this watch recently, but I'm not in the Apple ecosystem, meaning to say that I don't own any other latest Apple products. There are a lot of videos out there about how to get this watch working and answering the question, can you use an Apple Watch without a Apple phone? Now, a lot of those people who've done the video are in the Apple ecosystem and they have the Apple Watch to start with. But in my case, because I did not have an Apple Watch and I don't still the latest, I wasn't sure if I could still buy the Apple phone, the Apple Watch, and then use it. Now, I went and bought it, and I wanted to do this video for those who are like me, who do not have the latest Apple iPhone, but want to use the watch. Now, before I get into the details of what works, what does not work, and how to get this started, let me answer the question, can you use the Apple Watch without an iPhone? You can use it, but you cannot get it started without a latest Apple iPhone version with an operating system 11 or higher. So if you're like me and you don't own Apple Watch and you have Apple phone and you have a watch like this, you're kind of in trouble if you don't have a way to crack this open. Before I get into the details of good, bad, and the ugly, I wanted to say, why did I get this when I don't have an Apple product, Apple iPhone? I like the watch. I like its the shape, the way it looks, and a month and something on, I still am in love with this thing. It's amazing product. And generally, I believe that Apple produces things that are durable and good quality. So I wanted the fitness part of it, and specifically the ECG, which I'll get to in a minute. That's kind of my key driver to get the Apple Watch. Now, when I started to get this working, to pair it, I have an old iPhone with operating system 5. I tried to pair it with that, and then the watch starts giving me a message saying, you cannot pair it because you need operating system 11 or higher. So that's kind of where I realized that, oops, this is not going to be, you can't even look at the time, to be honest. That's the worst part. I'm a little bit disappointed with that, from Apple's perspective. I mean, you call it a watch. The basics of being able to see the time you should be available just out of the box. But it's not the case. You need to have it paired with the latest operating system 11 or higher iPhone that has that, and then you have to then you don't need the phone anymore, but you need that to get it started. So in a sense, this is really a accessory to a iPhone, for the use of an iPhone, than a watch per se, if I can put it like that. So I don't know if it's the right thing to say it's an Apple Watch, because it's an accessory. You don't have an iPhone, you can't really use it, Anyway, that's my take of it. So that aside, so what did I do? I had to borrow a friend's phone and pair it with that iPhone, which had operating system 11 or higher. And I didn't have to download an app into his phone, and the moment I when I try to start this and then keep the phone next to it, it seamlessly pairs it and gets it started. So it literally took like 2 to 3 minutes for it to pair, and then it started, and it cracked open the watch, and I could see the time just like that. And then I gave the phone away, and I don't have that phone with me now, so I'm able to use this watch without the phone now that I've got it started with the phone, with a later operating system of 11 or higher. Then my old operating system 5 did not work. So find somebody who has an Apple iPhone with high operating system, latest, which is 11. I believe it was a few versions has been around for a while. So and then crack it open. Now I want to talk about the downsides of that, and I also want to get to what works, what does not work with this watch by itself without a phone paired all the time. So the downsides, I want to get to the downsides because you need to know that. One of the biggest downsides is that every configuration my friend had in his phone has been transferred over to this watch, including the world clock. The biggest thing I should say, the contacts. I've got my friend's contact details in this phone, so I can't make a phone call, but I can see the contact details. I don't think that's a good desirable situation. I did tell my friend that, but he's cool with it. I can see the messages that was sent by him for a period of time. It won't be continually connected, but it's a snapshot at the time I did the pairing to get this open. So I can't delete the contacts or the messages. I need to go to the phone, which I don't have obviously, and it's not mine. So I'm kind of stuck with the contacts and the messages. As long as you don't need those things and you can ignore and bypass that and get on with what you need the watch for, you're good to go. That's that. One day, if I do get a new iPhone, I will reset this and pair it with my own contacts and whatnot. So that's the idea. Anyway, that's one of the biggest downsides. So what else? So there are a lot of apps here, I want to say, that does not work without your phone. There are few that does work. I'm trying to give you a bit of a flavor of things, and I'll do a video later on. Okay, so let's talk about what works and what does not work. Now, just to be clear, I don't have a iPhone connected to this. I just want to give you a flavor of what works and what does not, and this is not intended to be a detailed description of things. Just so you know that if you don't have an iPhone paired at all times, and if you want to use this watch, let's see what works. Okay, so to get the ECG, this is one of the most important things that I wanted, but unfortunately you need the iPhone in order to do the ECG, so it does not work. And let's see, heart rate monitor, it just works. And recording, it works, but again, it does not give you a history of everything if you don't have the app in the phone connected to it. The blood oxygen, surprisingly, it does work. It doesn't need to have a link to the iPhone app. Calculator works. On that note, I just want to kind of talk about, who needs a calculator in a watch? But anyway, they've loaded that up. And here's another one. Apple Watch can check sound levels. Really? I don't remember the last time I checked sound levels, and I don't need the watch for that. So again, this app works, but I don't know why you would need it. And here's the compass. It does work. I'm not a sailor. I don't plan to sail anytime soon. So again, I don't know who would really need it, but there you are. It does work. I just want to say that there are so many apps here that are nice to have. You don't really need them, and Apple seem to have loaded this with everything they can just to make it look like it has a lot of stuff. So the really useful features are kind of limited. So the exercise part, the workout bit, does work, but it doesn't give you a history of things. But you can start a workout and then track it, and then kind of that's there. What else? The weather, again, the weather is not working unless you add with pairing with the iPhone. So that's that. GPS, it does work, which is a good news. But it does need Siri connected again through the iPhone, unfortunately. Sleep tracking, that can be done. I have tried it before, and it gives me the buzzer when to go to sleep, and gives you a bit of a record of what your sleep pattern was. But if you need a history and a weekly update or something like that, you would need to have the app. Emojis, to my surprise, works. You can make an emoji, make changes, customize it. You don't need the phone for that. Camera does not work, unfortunately. Photos does not work. What else? Music does not work. I talked about the contacts being here, but you cannot make phone calls. Obviously, it's not your contacts. Messages being here, you cannot, obviously you can see at a point in time. So that's just a bit of a flavor of what's there. Oops, let me just not touch that watch part. World clocks there again, configured to the times and the cities that you had in your iPhone app. You need the app for that. Again, it doesn't work without it. Weather, same situation. Let's keep touching this. So that's kind of a bit of a flavor of what works, what does not. So you have an idea. You can do the basic fitness stuff. You have the watch or the time, and you can customize with the emojis, and no pictures. It does not work. It again need to be connected to the iPhone. So so that's kind of the little bit of a rundown of it. If I'll do another video, as I said, with more details of each app, but this gives you a flavor of what's going on when you don't have access to a iPhone. Anyway, that's it, guys. Hope this was useful to you. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, and stay well. Thank you.